Major themes in Cherry Orchard. The play The Cherry Orchard is about the growth of middle class in Russia and the fall of aristocracy. The play describes how an aristocratic family has to sell its famous estate Cherry Orchard and how an ordinary man who had been serving this family as a serf for generations purchases this orchard. Lyubov and her brother Gabe were unable to find a way as to how to cope up with the new social order of Russia. Whereas Lopakin, their servant, takes the advantage of the situation and replaces those who once ruled over him. The liberation of Russia serves by Tessa Nicholas too brought about a great social change in Russia. Many aristocrats fell on hard times and some of the hardest working serfs rose high. The best examples of the social change are the characters of aristocrats Mrs. Nevsky and failed to manage her cherry orchard. Her mortgage payment is due and she does not have enough funds to cover the payment, whereas her former serf Lopakin, a shrewd businessman, makes himself able enough to purchase her estate. On the other hand, several other characters of the play seem to be frozen in the same world of the servitude. They have no opportunities for mobility and social advancement. For example, Fields and Trofim both question at the totality of liberation. They are unable to differentiate between social change and social progress. Fields is the living proof of social discrepancy. Though society has changed, yet his life and the lives of countless others have not progressed. Both characters believe that the liberation is not enough to continue progress. The play leaves the impression that while change has come, there is more work to be done. The play deals with the theme of independence in many different ways. The characters demonstrate different degrees of freedom resulted from liberation. The character of Lopakin and Fields are at opposite ends of this freedom. Lopakin takes advantage of his liberation and succeeds in making himself independent, whereas Fields, though free, yet he has not changed his position at all and is subject to the whims of the family. He serves as he has always been before his freedom. The difference in their situation demonstrates that constitutionally a group of people has been liberated, but they are not equipped with the skill and training needed to be independent, such as education, free will, and a piece of land. But Trofim, an idealist, feels himself free. He refuses Lopakin offer of money because he feels himself a free man. He says to him, "Nothing that you value has the smallest power over me." Similarly, though Anya has been brought up amidst aristocratic splendor, yet she has a mind of different way from Fitz. She has not enough income to be able to control her own destiny. She is a slave to her passions and makes poor decisions in romance. Passivity and inactivity is the trademark of the nature of many characters. For example, Mrs. Nevsky, her daughter Anya, and her brother Leonid Gabe are very passive. They find themselves unable to change the course of their worst circumstances. Mrs. Renevsky gives up effort to save her estate and resigns to her fate. She goes out to expensive restaurants, buys gifts, gives tips to the waiters, lends money to her neighbor, and gives a gold coin to beggars. She remains passive and allows the auction to take place. Gabe, Anya, and Varya also become passive and continue to believe that everything will be good. She and her brother do nothing to avert the auction but remain passive, hoping for a miracle. Gabe's positivity is clear from his saying, "I have been thinking, racking my brains. I have got all sorts of remedies, lots of them." Varya wishes to enter a convent but does not succeed. Her passivity to her love for Lopakin and Lopakin's passivity towards him her leads to their inability to marry, but repeatedly say that they have no objections about their marriage, but neither of them proposes the other because Varya is held by social constraints and Lopakin by his obsession with business. Mrs. Nevsky and her family give too much emphasis on appearances. They appear to be a wealthy family living on their estate in spite of their approaching destitute. They continue to live like aristocrats, keeping servants, attending parties, and lending money to neighbors. Gave things to get a job in a bank only when he realizes that his situation is in danger. The emphasis on appearances is very important for the aristocracy, but in the changing social environment, it was unwise. In the Cherry Orchard, choices have their consequences for all characters. Free will is the powerful thing, but Nevsky family remain passive and allow the auction to happen without any interference.